Okay, testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, testing. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. I start out by hitting my mic as usual. Whoops. Let's pause that. And good evening, Harry. How's it going today? I gotta say, the little intro screen is so chill compared to the rest of the game. It's just like, alright, here's some nature, here's some birds and some crickets. Just kind of watch this for a while. It's really quite relaxing. Okay, now, we scattered the ashes. I do not have a heads-up display now. I mean, look, I know it's arduous, but I'd totally be down with having that be my last resting place. Okay, is there a thing I do? Oh, let's go.
Guess it all makes sense now. Why she want to end up here?
Oh!
Be with her kind? But did she know it was going to be like this here?
Is
this what she wanted us to
that's
see?
me!
Did she want us to tell the people? Or keep it a secret?
I'm alright.
I do not know.
I didn't realize
So
this
what should
game
we
was
do?
over.
I trust you to decide that.
Oh. So, why'd you want to name me Atreus? I know it can't be for a god.
No. He was a soldier. A Spartan.
A great warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth.
Oh,
Our lives
man.
were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly. But Atreus of Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times. He was happy. He inspired us to
I
hope
didn't know this was the end of it.
that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us.
Oh, if I'd known this, I would have just...
When the day came for him to
I would've
lay
just
down
done
his
this
life
last
in
week.
battle, his sacrifice
Oh
saved
my
countless
God.
others and turned the tide in our favor. I carried him home on his shield and buried him with all the honors of Spartan custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Wow, you actually told a good story. Lemire missed it.
Yeah, maybe there's some post-game content I can do, but if I had just, like, jumped down that cliff last week, I would have seen some credits come up, and that would be that. I'd just run through all this, and I'd be doing something else today. Oh, God of War, you pranked me good. Not intentionally, I'm sure. Oh, I can't even run. I guess it's just a peaceful walk through credits land.
I understand if you want to go home, but I bet there are still some corrupted Valkyries out there that could be set free. Some other help people. Maybe helping people was part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
I mean, I guess I should have guessed that scattering the ashes was the end.
Lads, am I glad to see you. I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
Yeah, it was just like, I ended because it was like, well, it's 2 hours, we've accomplished a goal. Oh, I guess I can continue exploring things. I guess I can go dick around and do some of those side quests that I completely ignored. But, oh, this is just awkward. And there's a new game plus, of course. Okay, well, huh. I guess that's pretty much it for God of War. I didn't realize it was over last week. I might be the worst streamer ever. This is amazing. I mean, I totally thought that there was going to be a lot of, I figured that killing some of these gods would end up with, Kratos in conflict with the rest of the Pantheon, but I guess it was basically all down to him and Baldur, and teaching Atreus how to be, a better god and a better person. Yeah, it's hard not to keep laughing. I should be saying things, I suppose, but oh, this is embarrassing. I should go dust something off the shelf and start something new this week, I suppose. So, I'm just going to get some final thoughts in, as long as I'm still here. I genuinely did enjoy this. I wasn't expecting much from it, to be honest. I'm just like, well, it's God of War. I'm going to run in. I'm going to kill things with an axe. Since I didn't know the swords were going to be back. I'm like, this will be fun. Fun and silly. Then it starts with a pretty heavy story about, okay, we're going on this journey to spread my wife's ashes, but I gotta say, the world of this game is just fucking beautiful. I'm not normally one to gush about graphics. It's not the kind of thing that draws me into a game, generally speaking. But boy, does this have some moments where you just have to stop and just kind of stare at all these varied effects they've thrown onto it. The important part, the gameplay, they try to keep the pace even by going back and forth between some very light quote-unquote puzzle solving and some fairly decent action. And I think that in the regular mode, most enemies were just too much damage sponging for me to really enjoy it. It's very, I guess it's supposed to make the combat feel heavier, but I just felt like it was a chore most of the time. But then I moved it down to easy. I'm like, ha! Now I'm deep in the male power fantasy and just slaughtering things left and right. Plus, I wasn't, I did not get used to using my shield correctly. You're supposed to time it and parry things. You'd think I'd be used to that from Dark Souls, but oops. Okay, there's the shield, and I'm not even sure. I think you just have to bring it out when there's a red thing around an enemy, but I just never got good at that. And I gotta say, the theme was fun. We all joked about Skyrim being the Norway simulator, but this time they said, nope, we're throwing in with Norway, Norse mythology, and it was kind of cool knowing a few things about the mythology they're drawing from before I really got in there. Well, this is embarrassing. I guess, I kind of wish there was a way to edit the videos I put up, because I could just slap this on the end of last week. But, well, I guess that's it for God of War. I think I'm going to start something else this week. And I don't know what that is. And I pretty much do have to break the stream to do it. So I'm gonna take like 10 minutes to figure out what I'm doing next, and then I'll start at 7:15, and we'll run from. I'll do 2 hours from there on out, and boy, is my face red. This is one short stream. All right, I'm gonna be back at 7:15. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you shortly. I am literally the worst at this.